What's going on, everybody? It's Amon-Rellik, the guy say Amon-Rellik Gaming. We're back in more. You know what it is? Skyrim, baby. We are about to now head out. Ooh. Ooh. We have achieved defeating Mirak. We have proved that there can be only one Dragonborn. And we are now about to go and deal with the actual dragon problem itself. Also, we may end up in the interim of this whole thing as well, deal with the ongoing war between the Stormcloaks and the Imperials. If you guys haven't really been noticing the war that's been happening, or if you have no idea about the war itself, it is basically the Imperials who made the treaty with the Thalmor, or basically the elves, to outlaw the worship of Talos, the one, basically one of the 9 divines. Well, some believe 8, but Talos would have made the 9th divine. And basically Talos was a Nord human who, you know, according to the Nords, or at least those who believe in this in Talos worship, that he became a one of the 9 gods. He became one of the 8. He joined the 8 and became the 9th god. And he is his worship is outlawed by the Thalmor because the Thalmor believe that a Nord or like a human would be unworthy of godhood in that sense. And so, of course, the elves came and forcefully fought the Empire and destroyed many of the Empire's cities and legions. And in order to basically preserve what little the Nords had left, they signed I think it's called the Red Gold Concordat, something like that. The Red Gold Concordat that basically said that they would no longer worship Talos, but but then Skyrim could keep its sovereignty. It still had to answer to the Thalmor at the end of the day, but each city has its own Jarl, its own basically king, and of course the High King of Skyrim, the King of Kings, still had his power, but he or she ultimately answers to the Thalmor. Now the Stormcloaks, the rebellion in which Ulfric Stormcloak leads, they totally reject this idea. They totally reject the idea of not being able to worship their god Talos. And Talos was a dragonborn, just like we are, just like Mirak was. And he was summoned to High Rothgar, that mountain in the distance as well. And so we basically follow in the footsteps of Talos, whose name was Tiber Septim. That was his actual name. That was his human name before he became Talos. His name was Tiber Septim. And so that's the reason why our gold is called Septims in this game, because it's after his last name. And so they still believe that Tiber Septim was given godhood, and that he should be worshipped, and that any true Nord worships Talos. And so it's but at the same time, there's an up and a down to each side. Of course, with the Empire, they're technically ruled by elves, even though they have their own particular jurisdictions. They're ultimately ruled by the elves, and there's a equality in that rule where all sorts of people are tolerated in the Empire, but again, you must obey the will of the Thalmor. Now, when it comes to the Stormcloaks and their belief systems, they reject just about every other race outside of being a Nord. if you're not a Nord, you're considered beneath them in that sense. They believe that the Nords are the one true. They're probably closer to the idea of Aryan, I guess you could say, of Aryan supremacy, Nord supremacy. At least in this game, they're like, they believe they're the chosen in that sense, and so they have a more aggressive racial disdain, but it's mainly pointed at the elves. It's mainly pointed at the elves, but you'll see a lot more of the racial disdain amongst the Stormcloaks. Whereas with the Imperials, they just seek to keep the peace with all, with all nations, even if it means, having to fork over some form of control. Because the way the Imperials see it is, at least we're not at war, risking, the lives of innocent civilians anymore. And yeah, it's not the best. It may not be the best. It might not be in our favor in terms of the fact that we can't worship our god Talos. But then many people still worship Talos in secret anyway. But they have been rounding up people, finding Talos worshippers, and they've been rounding them up because they truly do. The elves truly do not want people to recognize Talos as a god. But so you've been having that particular thing, and me as a red guard in this game, which is basically a black man in this game, I find myself leaning towards. It's weird because I understand what the Nords want. I understand how the Nords feel, considering that their ancestry are the ones that started that first they didn't first populate Skyrim. If you actually know the lore, the Snow Elves were actually in Skyrim before the humans did, but the humans came. Ysgramor, the one who was the leader of the Companions, who basically the Companions considered their first harbinger, Ysgramor wielded Wuthgrad, and he came to Skyrim with the first Nords, or the first humans, and he came here and he fought with the elves, and he ended up killing almost all of the Snow Elves. And what's left of their race is actually the Falmer, the blind ones you see in the dwarven ruins all the time. And so so even Skyrim itself wasn't originally a Nord home. It was a Snow Elves home. And so there's a bit of hypocrisy in the Stormcloaks and how they work. But at the same time, I also understand that they feel like their religious beliefs, their belief systems, their customs are being thrown to the wind just so that, Skyrim can live in peace, and they don't consider that worthy. They don't consider that a worthy sacrifice. They believe that they should have their customs even if they must die to, they're diehard Nords. They're diehard Nords. And with that, you have to admire it. You have to admire that warrior spirit, that honorable spirit of, these are my ancestors, and I'm willing to die for the traditions and beliefs of my people and my ancestors. But at the same time, there's a somewhat hypocritical way of their thinking, because of the fact that they also, let me grab this because I need one of those, because they also are very, very they're very, very aggressive with how they treat innocent elves, people who had no dealings with how the elves came and fought and destroyed and and took over. There are elves that are just here trying to live, and the Nords basically blindly hate them. They blindly hate all elves, not just the ones of the Thalmor, but they hate all elves. So there's a lot of nuance on each side, and right now I'm trying to figure out which side I'm going to be on. But right now we're going to actually go and deal with infiltrating the Thalmor embassy to try and figure out more about how or why the dragons have returned Hang tight, buddy. And you might be thinking, as a Dark Lord, you care about this. You got to remember, I am achieving power up to a certain point here.
Come on in. We got warm food.
I don't think you were followed.
And warm
Come on,
beds.
I have a plan.
Okay.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy. I've been doing this a long time, remember? While the Thalmor have been looking for me, I've been watching them. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions? Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. But he hates the Thalmor at least as much as I do. He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassador's parties. Sounds good. Be careful.
Okay. So we found out a little bit more about the Thalmor in the sense that they,
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
So they even been purging their own kind. The elves have even been doing purges on their own kind. Okay. Let's head to Solitude. Well, yeah. Let's head there. As you remember, guys, we had some problems in Solitude. Not exactly sure if we're gonna have problems once we get in there again.
Order of the yard. Stop right there.
Shit.
Smart man. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Alright, fuck it. There you go. I don't think I had anything stolen on me anyway, so I wasn't really worried about that. And I needed to get that fine done, because we caused a lot of problems here. We murdered a lot of people here. Oh, shit. All right.
And what might you need,
Yennefer still here? Is Yennefer still here? I think she's probably still here. She should be. Yep.
So?
Yennefer.
So predictable. Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting, and the inevitable rows that result.
Our mutual friend sent me.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy.
I'm afraid the dishwater's
The
as
rest
good as it gets
is up
in
to
this
you.
establishment.
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
What I can't live without? Alright, can't live without this. Can't live without this. I'm gonna need some arrows, some good arrows. These, and these. Here we go.
I'd drink
Your
from an
job
old
is to
booze
get into the
tin.
party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Okay, we gave him our weapons and stuff. Hopefully they
Your
just...
job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Okay. Hopefully we don't end up regretting that situation. Regretting that decision.
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered
Dude,
as a
get
spy.
the hell out of my way.
I'll take care of the rest.
Hell out of my way. Hopefully they don't recognize my armor as anything that can't be, you know. But I think my weapons probably will be.
Need a ride?
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on.
Shit.
When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside.
Shit. Okay. Shit.
I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Shit. Oh. Probably should have let him have my gear too. But at least I have my weapons. I have my weapons.
A fellow latecomer to Ellenwin's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking. There's not enough drinking in the world today, wouldn't you agree?
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please. Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poisoned dagger strapped to my thigh, etc., etc.
I'm just doing my duty, sir. Everything's in order. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, yes. Now, to find myself a drink.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
With the soldiers all fighting in the war, there's nobody to hunt down the bandits. Travel has become dangerous of late.
Have you? All good, I trust. But you have me at a disadvantage. I'm afraid I know nothing about you. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
Even when
It's
every
just that
other
we've
farm
run out of the Alto
barely
wine.
scraping by, the
Do
harvest
I
of
have your
Rorschach
permission
is
to
always
uncork the
bountiful.
Arinthia Red?
Is it good fortune?
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day.
I can scarcely feed the staff in my
Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
With any luck, a worthy hero will step forward and solve our problems, just like in the tales of old.
Okay, wait, what? Oh.
The Great War is long past. It's time the... Elenwen always throws quite a party. I never miss one if I can help it. But not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. Very well, then. There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there, serving girl. What's your name, dear?
Ah, Brayla, sir.
These are
Do you need
all
a drink?
y'all.
Something to eat?
No, that's not what I'm interested in right now. I just wanted to get a better look at you. I like what I see, my dear. And believe me, I don't say that to everyone. I'm very discriminating when it comes to the female form.
Thank you, sir. Was there anything else I could do for you?
Oh, not at the moment. Maybe later. Don't go far.
Yes, sir.
Trust me, there's no place better to forge relationships with the movers and shakers of Skyrim.
Dragons and the Stormcloaks, my coffers are running dry.
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Same troubles.
I don't recall seeing you at one of these before, and I know everyone who's anyone
Please,
in Skyrim.
help yourself to more wine.
A Jarl has many duties. Attending parties isn't the most important one, but neither is it
I
unpleasant.
trust that this is just the beginning of a long and mutually beneficial relationship.
Nobody to hunt down the
A
bandits.
Jarl has many duties. Attending parties isn't the most important.
Okay, so how do they expect me to do this? Create a distraction and get away from the party.
But neither is it unpleasant.
Have you heard any interesting rumors lately? I heard those mages up in winter.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm on
How many
duty.
dragons there are in Skyrim. They seem to think it's at least a dozen, but I'm sure they're exaggerating. They're probably trying to scare us into giving them...
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
From the dragon's threat.
My friend, you are very perceptive. I have a powerful
lately?
thirst that cannot be
Guess they
slaked.
feed the staff in my
And
palace.
none of the waiters will bring me a drink.
Council meetings
Ellenwyn must have told him to cut me off.
These are troubling times indeed.
Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose.
Ah.
I need another drink.
With the soldiers.
What does
all
a fellow
fighting
need
the
to
war,
do to get a...
There's nobody
You
coming
must
down
be
the
new
road.
around here.
Travel has become
Bad
very
manners to
isolated.
ask such a
I
direct
couldn't
question
have said
at
it
one of
better
Ellenwyn's
myself.
little soirees.
It's been some time since I've
But
had
I have
news
nothing to
from
hide.
Skyrim.
I'm in from
What
the
have you
south
heard?
on business.
Well,
And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the
they're only
Thalmor,
allowed on the same
like it or
docks.
not.
Most of them sleep together in one building. And
I need
therefore
another drink.
Okay.
I came here hoping to learn
I
that
hope you're
more
enjoying
Imperial
yourself, sir.
reinforcements were on their way to
Here you
Skyrim,
go, sir.
but so far,
Colovian brandy.
I've been disappointed.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
Here.
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me. Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend. Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. Stand back and behold my handiwork. Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Ellenwyn, our mistress.
What are you
I
doing?
speak
Our hands
figuratively,
full
of
dealing
course.
with storm
Nothing
folks.
could be more
What about
unlikely
you?
than that someone would actually want her. Let's go.
Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
Most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course. Fine, fine. Get your hands
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Is the food and drink to your liking?
Very much so. And thank you for asking.
Who comes, Malvern? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed.
Oh, I hope they'll serve the...
Good
Did
luck.
you see those robes
You're on
marching
your own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages, just in from Alinor. I guess herself is getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how we were supposed to defend this place from a dragon. If a dragon does show up, maybe we'll get lucky, and it will eat the mages first. Might give us enough time to kill it. Ha! I'd like to see those arrogant bastards taken down a notch. Always looking down their noses at us lowly foot sloggers. Well, we'd better get back to our rounds.
somebody behind that wall. Oh. Shit. Okay. Oh. 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 Whoa. What? Oh my God. How? Shit. Gotta go. Ah. Oh. Oh no. Wait, I got magic. I got magic. Got magic. Oh. 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 Oh, that's... Oh.
Do not presume. You are most useful, but do not presume. We have other informants who are less offensive.
But no one else has brought you such valuable information, have they?
Oh. They got dossiers on their own people and on Ulfric.
Etienne, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself.
You'll get the rest of your money when we confirm his story, as agreed.
Stop, please. I don't know anything else. Don't you think I'd have told you already?
Silence. You know the rules. Do not speak unless spoken to. Master Rollindil will ask the questions. Let's begin again.
No, for pity's
You know the
sake.
rules.
I've already told you everything.
Start at the beginning, as usual. If you persist in this stubbornness,
I was
I'll
just
have...
catching my breath. Why wouldn't I tell you again? I don't even know anything. There's an old man. He lives in Riften. He could be this Esbern you're looking for, but I don't know. He's old and seemed kind of crazy. That's all I know.
And his name is...
I don't know his name. Like I've already told you 100. Oh!
You know the rules. Just answer the questions. And where can we find this nameless old man?
Oh, like I said, I don't know. I've seen him down in the Ratway. Maybe he lives down there, but I don't know for sure.
That will be all for now. I must say I continue to be disappointed in your lack of cooperation. I hope next time you will do better.
What else do you want from me? I've already told you everything. Listen, if you let me go, I can take you to Riften, show you where... Ah! Oh!
Silence, prisoner!
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die.
Never mind.
Silence,
I'm
traitor!
dead already.
Move slowly.
He's got to be here somewhere.
What was that?
Over here!
Never should have come here.
Elven supremacy is the only truth!
Now you're mine! See you burn! Just getting jumpy, I guess. What was that?
What was that?
Sorry, Melbourne. Wish I could let you out, bro, but... Okay, so I was meant to pickpocket these motherfuckers. I was meant to pickpocket them. He must have summoned the frost troll and that thing killed him. All right. We got the information. Of course, for some reason I got caught when I went outside. I don't know how I did, but because you saw how like there were certain points in times
too friendly with strangers, but you seem alright.
That I was able to like sneak past people like really like standing like damn near next to me. Like that's how good my sneak is. But for some reason when I walked out there, I just got instantly seen. I don't know how that worked.
Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful?
You know nothing about the
Really?
dragons.
That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
What was Esbern?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Ironic, right? The old enemies assumed that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons, if anybody does. Do they know where he is? Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Ask around the Ragged Flagon in the Ratway. It's at least a good starting point. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Move.
Do you need something?
Move. I need you to get out of my way so I can get my gear.
What is it?
Move. Move. Move.
Do you need some? What do you need, Dragonborn? The Blades have always guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blades, and you're the Dragonborn. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground.
I need this girl to move so I can get my equipment, because I don't have... I need you to move. You see, that's not the chest I need.
Do you need something?
You better move. Let me just leave and come back. How about that? Well, let me just do this. Make time pass a little bit. Maybe you'll move then. If this girl don't move...
Yes?
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you. Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
What is it? What do you need, Dragonborn?
Move!
What is it?
Fuck out my way. I had to make sure that I saved it there because I was like, yo, they want to start some problems all because I'm.
What do you need, Dragonborn?
You just find that lying around? Must be your lucky day.
Okay. On to Riften.
Well, looks like you're fitting in well down here.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief.
So what will it be?
It's another to actually use them. Lot of people looking for him. Don't know his name, but he's paid good money for nobody to know he's down here. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Hardly ever leaves the place. Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut. Until next time.
The Falmer are already here looking for him. They're already here.
Is that... Huh? Must be my imagination.
never find me. Inkpot, stone, bucket, book, knife.
Go away! What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esben. I don't know what you're talking about. No. Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her, and she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap.
Bucket, knife, book, inkpot, stone.
Ah, indeed. Indeed. I do remember. Delphine really is alive, then? You'd better come in, then, and tell me how you found me, and what you want. This'll just take a moment.
Knife.
This one always sticks. There we go.
Yes. Inkpot.
Only a couple more. There we are. Come in, come in. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago.
You mean it's hopeless?
Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned, just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time, who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach. Oh, yes. It's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a Dragonborn can stop him. But no Dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater.
I am Dragonborn.
You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. But give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. I'll need... no useless trash. Where'd I put my annotated annuad? One moment. I know time is of the essence, but mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. There's one more I must bring. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
Inkpot, stone, bucket, book, knife. No, never find me.
bucket, knife, book, ink pot, stone. No, no, no.
All right.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire, and I'll send someone over.
Delphine. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way. Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonborn. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh! This is where they built Alduin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy, in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Alduin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Alduin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Alduin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. Its location has been lost for centuries, but I've found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call. Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck.
All right, guys. We've gotten Esbern out of here, and we have now gotten one step closer to facing Alduin and finally conquering our destiny as Dragonborn and saving the world from being eaten.
The inn is yours. I'm probably never coming back here.
Well now, that's something to think about.
Take care of yourself, Orgnar. Goodbye.
Yeah, sure. You too, Delphine. You be safe.
Well, like I said, I have to make sure that Alduin doesn't destroy the world, because how can I rule it under the iron fist of the Dark Lord if it's been blown and torn asunder by him? I'm Amon-Rellik the Godslayer. I'm Amon-Rellik Gaming. We out. We are out.